Hello, welcome to this video on how to do translations. We're going to look at actually performing the translations and then on to actually describing the translations. Now, special thanks to Corbett Maths because I'm going to be using some of his questions in order to do these examples. Without further delay, let's have a go. It's going straight in and having a go at these questions. So first one, I need to translate shape A by the vector 3, 1. So remember a vector, this top number here refers to the x coordinate or the x direction, so the left and the right, and the bottom number refers to the the vertical movement, the up and down. Sorry. So if this is positive, it means to the right. So this would mean 3 to the right. If it would have been negative, it would have meant 3 to the left. Likewise, if this is positive, it means we go up, and if it's negative, we go down. So what this means 3 to the right, we'll say 3R, and it means 1 up. So 3 right and 1 up. That's the situation here. So let's do that. So I'm going to pick a corner of the shape. So I'm going to pick this corner, look, and I'm going to go 3 right, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 up, 1. So that corner has moved to there. Now the next corner was here. So I don't need to do the same translation for that because I know where it is. And then it was 3 up. And then it was 3 up again. Then it was like that. So I'm going to make it neater with a ruler. I should have used the ruler first, to be fair. And then that is the translation of that shape. You can see it's moved to there. Example number 2. Translate this shape by 2 minus 2. So let's do the thing that we did before. So this is going to be 2 to the right. And it's going to be 2 down this time, 2D for 2 down. So we're going to pick, I'm going to pick this, the top of the triangle or the pointy bit. So it's going to go 2 right, so 1, 2, and then 2 down, 1, 2. So that bottom point has gone here. Now I know from that bottom point, the triangle went 4 up. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So that point is going to go there. And then from that bottom point, it went 2 across. So that's going to go 2 across. It touches the original triangle, which is fine. And then I draw with my ruler and my sharp pencil. I draw that like that. I don't need to rub out these construction lines either. I can leave those in there. Example C. We need to translate this bigger looking shape by a vector 0 minus 5. So this means 0, so it does not move left and right. So it goes nowhere left and right. So it's just going to move up or down. And it's going to be 5 down. 5D for 5 down. So let's pick this bottom corner. That's going to go 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gone there. Now I know from this point here, it went 3 to the left. So 3 to the left. Because this is a more complicated shape, I'm going to draw the straight lines as I go along so I don't have to worry at the end. Then it went from 2 up there. Then it went 1 little square in. Then 1 little square up. Then it went 2 to the right. And then the 3 down. And that's my final image. Example D. We've got to translate this trapezium by a vector minus 3, 3. So minus 3 means 3 to the left, remember? And 3 without a negative sign in front of it means 3 up. I might as well write the full words, and what am I really saving, to be fair? So now I'm going to pick a corner. So I'm going to pick this bottom right corner. And the bottom right corner, 3 left. So 1, 2, 3. And then 3 up. 1, 2, 3. And that's gone there. So that was this bottom corner. Then the shape went 4 to the left. So 4 to the left went in this direction. Now we must remember that the top part went 1 square in and then 2 squares up. So 1 square in, 2 squares up. And that looked like that. Then it went 2 squares across and then down like this. Now, it's probably worth adding at this stage, as they're going to be the same with all these transformations that we're going to do, enlargements, rotations, and reflections included. We're never going to get one of these in an exam that's going to go off the grid. If they give you a little grid, it's not going to go off the grid. So you can see this one here, it went close to the edge. If I'd have gone off the grid, I would know I've made a mistake. That's a nice tip to remember. Example C. Not example C, sorry, example E. Beg your pardon. So example E. Translate this shape by -2, -4. So I'm going to choose this bottom left this time. So -2 is going to be 2 to the left, and -4 is going to be 2 down. Oh, sorry, not -2, -4. So 4 down. So let's do that now. So we go 2 left, 1, 2. So I'm here. Then 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's gone to there. And remember, that was this part here. So I need to go to the right from here, like that. And then it went 2 up. Then it went across by 1, up by 1, across by 3, down by 1, across by 1, and then like that. And we can see it looks like it's exactly the same shape. Of course it is, it's just moved down. Now, another thing which I'll mention at this stage, we can always check our answer on these before moving on to the next question. I can just choose another point on the shape, and if that agrees with the vector that we've already outlined down the bottom, then I must be right. So let's just do that quick check on this one for a moment. So I'm going to choose this top left look. I'm going to go 2 left and 4 down, and I should arrive here because that's the corresponding point, look, top left corner. So let's just check that. 1, 2 across to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. It does map onto that point, so I can leave the exam knowing I've got all those marks. Example F, we've got a fractional translation here, which is fine. So it means 1.5 to the right, and I'm not moving up or down at all, so 0 up or down. So I'm just moving 1.5 squares to the right. So I'm going 1.5. So that's going to go there to the right. Now, that means that everything else is going to move 1.5 squares. So I know from here it was 4 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be there. And then I know that the point at the top, that's going to be 1.5 as well. 1.5. I'm just doing that like that because that point in the middle is going to be tricky to get without moving it using the vector. If I'd have just tried to lined it up, I might have made a mistake. And then we can see quite clearly that those two triangles are identical to one another. And that's the final answer. Next one. Question 3. So we've got this question 3 set of questions here. Let's have a look for a moment. So on this question 3 now, it's actually on a coordinate grid. If we look, we can see the axis on there. It doesn't change anything really because we're still moving the shape around. So let's just see 2 right, same as before, 3 down. So let's pick a corner of the shape. I'm going to pick this bottom right corner, look. So I'm going to go 2 right, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3. So that's there. And then we know from there that the shape went across by 1, up by 1, up by 1, and then across the top there. And there's my new shape. I'm going to just shade it in just so you can see it on the camera because I just looked on my screen and it wasn't that clear. And B, let's have a look. You can see these exactly the same each time. 6 to the right and 1 up. So 6 right from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 up takes me to there. So that was from this bottom corner. I know that then went 2 across, look. So that's going to be the bottom part of my triangle. Then it went 2 up. So 2 up to there, and then diagonal across like that. And there's my new shape. Now you can see a few more on here. By all means, have a go at some others by yourself. I think you'll see that it's pretty much the same every single time. The only thing that we need to practice is we need to be able to describe these translations. So let's have a look at this question of describing these translations. So when we're asked to describe a transformation, we have to identify which one it is. I'm spoiling it in this video a little bit because this video is called translations. So you know these are translations. So I know that I'm going to describe these using vectors. So what I'm going to do is I need to translate how to map shape A onto shape B. So first I'm going to pick a corner and I'm going to see where that corner ended up. It ended up over there. So what happened? It went across. Always do the across part first. It went across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a translation. So translation by vector. And we just said that was 5, didn't we? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. And then it went up by 1, 5, 1, and then in a bracket like that. Now, don't accidentally put a fraction line there because it's not a fraction, it's a vector. So just be careful of that. It's not a fraction, it's a vector. Next one, I've got translate this shape onto this one. So let's pick this bottom right corner. And this is the corresponding corner there, look. So it went 0 across. So it's a translation. So translation by vector. So 0 across, we still need to say that 0. It's very important that we do so. And then how many did it go down by? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 minus 5. And the last one, I'm going to map A onto B. So let's see what happened. It went from... So we're looking from here to here. So we're going how many to the left? We can see we're going 1, 2, 3 left. So it's a translation by vector 3 left, which is minus 3. And then did we go up or down? Well, we're going up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 3, 5. What's minus 3, 5? And that's my translation. So that is all there is to translations. We can see there's a bundle of other questions on here. They're all pretty much the same kind of thing. Look, on a grid, you'd do the translation the same way. Choose a corner on the shape, map it to the other corner, see how many squares you went across. Just be careful of the positives and the negatives. Don't get those mixed up. So your teacher will give you some questions to practice on this now. Best of luck.